to settle it if we don't see the yellow flag in the first of those 2 laps. 29 cars on the lead lap. Clint Boyer, Matt Kenseth bring the field to the restart. Newman makes it 4 wide back in the pack. That was close. Matt Kenseth and Clint Boyer. Contact there as Kenseth tried to clear Boyer. Casey Kane trying to push his way through, and it's Tony Stewart in the outside lane with Sam Hornish behind him.
Yeah, Matt Kenseth sitting duck right here. They could be coming by him on both sides.
Outside. What's the 15?
Stewart to the lead at the white flag. We're on the last lap. Will they make it back?
Wayne will pass the fast when he's got the 49 pushing him here.
4 deep behind Stewart and Kenseth.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick's got some real help coming towards the front here.
Michael Waltrip in the 55. Into the picture. Pushed by Casey Mears. Kenseth with Harvick behind him. Oh, there's contact. Stewart into the middle of the pack and over.
Caution's out.
And a huge wreck to end this race. Matt Kenseth is going to get to the finish line first. Is everybody okay? And one of the championship drivers got through. Which ones didn't? NASCAR will check the video to see who was out in front at the moment of caution. They have just called confirmation that Matt Kenseth is the winner of this race. So many cars involved in the accident. Tony Stewart's car up on its side. Jimmy Johnson's car all torn up. And it's going to take a bit to sort out the actual finish of this one as Stewart climbs from his car. And that's great to see. Bobby Labonte. And the scene. Dale Jr. just refired from the accident scene and came to the finish line. He's picking up Jimmy Johnson, who just climbed from his destroyed race car.
Yeah, Jr. just trying to complete the last lap. He came off pit road, crossed the line, and he saw Jimmy standing there. If that left rear tire doesn't come apart, not going to be good on Jimmy.
Well, he'd be the first to know.
Yeah, I know.
Junior here on last lap. Chaos at Talladega Superspeedway. Matt Kenseth is the beneficiary of all the problems out there.
Well, what a turn of events. First, show you who was in the lead at the moment the caution came out. There's Stewart with Matt Kenseth. And you see clearly Kenseth out in front as the caution light turns to yellow.
Yeah, it looks like the first three might be Kenseth, Gordon, and Kyle Busch from that point.
Yeah.
But it was
anybody's guess from that point.
When it all started, Michael Waltrip had a huge run down on the bottom, getting pushed by Casey Mears.
That definitely was the first contact you saw was Michael Waltrip hit Tony Stewart, but he was getting a big push and nowhere to take it.
Well, here it is. Waltrip in the 55, Mears in the 13, Stewart in the 14.
You can see Tony just a little bit late in making that move to get back down. Harvick and Kenseth on the outside had a run, so they were literally going to go by him on both sides.
Watch the two. The championship leader somehow avoided getting really torn up in that.
See, it looked like Martin Truex was going to get through there. Bobby Labonte caught him right at the end.
They waited all day to do it, but it was big when it happened.
Sure.
See Michael Waltrip just barely catching the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Harvick. Get him involved. Stewart's car upside down on top of Casey Kane's number 5.
Incredible. They're coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, and you know, as a driver, Tony Stewart's leading this race. He's got no help. He tries to make a move that's going to get him some push and help. And you know, as a driver, if you make that move, there's a chance that somebody's not going to lift on the last lap, and this is a situation that could happen. It's a product of this type of racing, and every driver knew that's the situation that you could find yourself in.
Just kept it going straight. That's all I did. And once I was clear on the stop, you know, I kept going.
From Flint Boyer's seat.
Dig hard. Coming to the checker. Dig hard. Dig hard. Dig hard. 4 wide. You're on the bottom. Come. Get it right if you can get it. Get it right if you can get it. Into the checker. If you get it started, get it started. I see it.
Casey Kane. About to have an unexpected passenger. At least 20 cars involved in that accident coming to the checkered flag. Unofficial standings, because it's going to take them a while to go back and review this finishing order. The scene after the chaotic finish at Talladega as we go to victory lane, presented by Tire Rack.
He's in 6th. Tony Stewart dropped 2 spots. He was 7th. Martin Truex Jr.
Back, Kenseth, celebrating another restrictor plate win, your second restrictor plate win of the year. Talked to your crew chief this morning, Jimmy Fennick. He said the car was a little bit slow. Didn't look that way out there. How would you describe the day?
It was pretty darn fast. It was really hard to drive on the bottom. We just kept getting looser and looser during the race. When I get back in the pack and I'd have people outside of me and people pushing me, it was really hard to control, but it was really, really fast. Doug Yates and the boys at the engine shop did a wonderful job with this Ford. And if somebody would slow up and get on me, I could just push them to the front. So we've been so strong at all 4 of these plate races. I feel really good for these guys to get to win. Restrictor plate racing isn't a lot about the driver. It's about Jimmy Fenning and this whole team back here. So proud of them guys. Real quick, I got to thank Sprint, Best Buy, Ford, Zest, Fifth Third, Valvoline, Gatorade, and Citizen. And also proud to have the NBCW on here for CF on here for today.
What a wild finish. I don't know how much you could see, but what can you tell us about what was transpiring around you and behind you on that final lap?
Yeah, you know, I seen, first of all, I got out there way too far. You know, I don't know if I thought I had Clint cleared, and I thought I got in front of him, and we barely touched, and I must not have quite been clear, and that slowed everybody down, and I got way out there, which I knew wasn't good. But they all got slowed down, so they were coming 3 wide, so I just lined up to the middle and saw Kevin, and he stayed lined up on me real good, gave me a push. And then it was still going to be a drag race to finish. I'm not sure how Tony got turned around, so I didn't see a lot after that.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Feels good for these guys. Just proud to get another one of these guys. Didn't know if we get another one before the year is out, so just proud of that whole group.
Matt Kenseth back in victory lane. That'll certainly take away a little bit of the sting of the slow chase start. Jamie?
And back at the medical center, Tony Stewart Your name has popped up a lot in this. First off, are you okay? That was a scary time.
I'm a finely tuned athlete. I mean, I got a really strenuous workout regimen, so I'm really good.
You still have your comic relief, but seriously, Tony, what happened there?
I just screwed up. I turned down across. I think it was Michael and crashed the whole field. It was my fault blocking to try to stay where I was at, so I take 100% of the blame.
Just a product of Talladega?
Unfortunately. I just, I was trying to win the race, and, I was trying to stay ahead of Matt there, and Michael got a great run on the bottom and had a big head of steam, so when I turned down, I turned down across the right front of his car, so a mistake on my part, but it cost a lot of people a bad day because of it.
Glad to see Tony Stewart okay, Alan, just going for the win there.
What a wild one here, Jeff Gordon. They show us that you finished second. What did you see in that final lap?
I didn't see anything but Casey Kane's rear bumper. That was the craziest finish I've ever experienced here at Talladega. And for a change, I finally come out on the good side of it. But, I had my teammate in front of me, which was perfect. I had the 18 behind me, one of the best pushers out there. And we took the green and we were pushing. But we weren't going anywhere. I mean, our lane just would not move. The middle, the outside, everybody just kept passing us. I was like, there's nothing more I could do. I was running wide open, just hitting the guy in front of me, getting hit from behind. There was times I was just trying not to wreck Casey, but yet we were being very aggressive. And we come to the tribal and take the white. I really have no idea how we all made it to the white flag, because it was 3-4 wide, cars moving everywhere. But basically, I went into turn 3. I was right on Casey. I saw smoke, and they checked up. I hit him. I got hit by the 18, and somehow that turned me down on the apron. And I just put it back to the floor, and I drove by every car, and I come out of there second behind the 17 car. And, that's definitely what we need to do. That's like a win. And sure, I'm glad we survived it. We'll see what we can do with it from here on out.
Jeff Gordon, second week in a row, he finishes second, and now moving up in the points, guys.
And Denny Hamlin talking to the media right now. Grass all over you, Denny. What a day for you. First off, I thought you waited maybe a little bit too long to go forward, but looking back, are you happy with your plan today?
I mean, it sucks. I'm sure all my fans are frustrated, but I mean, it's what you have to do. I mean, you kind of give up the chance at a win riding in the back all day, but you got to miss the wreck, and that's what I had to do at the end, was just basically, as all those guys were wrecking, just go through them, slow down, let them all crash, and then drive around them and get to the start-finish line. So, you got to maintain the pace, and that's what what everyone did. And so, it sucks that it's not a top 10 finish, but it's better than my average here.
Where you were and what you saw happen ahead of you, how was your heart rate at that moment when you've got to make a split decision, or you could be part of it?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to go forward by driving into the wreck. And so I knew my objective, as soon as I started to see smoke and a car going sideways, is to back off from the pack, because everyone's always trying to gas up, get to the start-finish line, but you've got to maintain, you got to keep rolling, you got to keep going. And so for me, I just backed off and then let all the cars wash down to the bottom and then went around them.
All right, Denny Hamlin brings it home 11th, unofficially still third in points, Vince.
Kyle Busch brought it home third, had one of the best cars, overcame a speeding penalty early in the race, and still in there fighting for it at the finish. And another crazy Talladega finish. Good run.
Yeah, it's about how they always come down to, but great race for us and our team. The guys did a great job on this M&M's Camry and gave me a good piece. It was really fast when we were out there in the draft, pushing some guys and making the outside lane actually move forward a few times. So it was really good. Just there at the end, the last lap, man, it's just anything. Everybody goes for broke. So we were on the bottom there behind the 24, who was behind the 5, who was behind the 15, and I was pushing my foot. I was quarter throttle, and we weren't going anywhere, running in the back of those guys. And then everybody's going by us on the outside, and then we got into turn 3 and seen the 14 car turn sideways, and just everything ensued after that. So I just cranked it left, went to the apron, and tried to get through there as best I could, not get hit by anybody else. Fortunately, we made it and come home third, so not too bad.
You were due for a good break. Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
Kyle Busch, he finishes third today.